What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Dave Richmond. Over the course of a few years now, I've been putting out several videos about food plots, why you should plant them, why you shouldn't plant them. In today's video, we're just going to go over a few little things on why most food plots fail, and if you should plant a fall food plot or a spring and summer food plot. If you guys are new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe, leave a comment down below, let me know if you're currently working on food plots or if you've ever planted them in the past, and also give this video a thumbs up. Okay, so number one rule for food plots is soil sample and location. So if you are wanting to plant a food plot and you can't get in and out of that food plot without disturbing or bumping the deer off that plot, it's a waste of time, you're wasting your money, and you're just going to eventually just push the deer off that food plot completely or just make them nocturnal, because I've had this happen before. So over the years, each year that you try to plant, you try to get better and better at it. So that's number one thing, is location. You have to be able to get in and out of that food plot, especially if you're hunting over like a destination food plot, one of the really big food plots, whether it's like an acre, 2 acres, 3, 4, up to whatever. You know, if you can't get in and out of that, it's going to be more difficult to do that on those bigger food plots, because that is actually a destination where they're going to spend majority of their time feeding. On the small kill plots, you know, tucked back in the woods, whether it's a little 1/4 acre or 1/2 acre, those are going to be a lot easier to get in and out of, because the deer are going to spend a lot of time there. They'll obviously eat it, you know, if it's palatable to them, but they're going to spend a little bit of time there before they go out to the bigger fields. So you'll be able to exit that food plot a lot easier than if you were hunting that big destination food plot. Number two is soil samples. After being at the Great American Outdoor Show for roughly 8 days, it's a 9-day show, but I think I missed 1 day. The amount of people that came to the booth wanting to buy Antler Grow and talk about food plots and land management and stuff, they talked about food plot failure. And that big thing was that we asked was, okay, well, did you do a soil sample? Well, no, I didn't do a soil sample. Guys, this is probably the number one failure for food plots, is not getting a soil sample. It costs $14 to get one done, and it'll save you money in the long run. It could cost you more money, obviously, because you're going to have to be adding lime, and you'll know your nutrient levels in the soil, fertilizer and all. So yeah, after those soil samples, I highly recommend you guys get them. For some reason, one guy, I can't remember who it was at the show, but somebody actually said that a lot of people are probably scared of a soil sample because they don't understand it or something like that, which it could possibly be. I don't know why, but most people are just in a hurry. You know, they are in a hurry, they want to do something, you know, halfway and expect, you know, great results, which nothing in life, you don't get anything out of life if you don't put a lot into it. Same with hunting or food plots. If you don't put a lot into it, you're not going to get a lot out of it. And the same goes with food plots. You have to take your time, you have to plan it out, you have to get the soil sample, you have to get enough sunlight, you know, you have to correct things to get the best you can possibly get out of what you're spending your money on. Obviously, if you put money in it, you want to get the results, and the results is tonnage, deer to actually eat it, because we get a lot of questions saying they plant a food plot and the deer won't eat it. Well, the whole point of a food plot is to be the most palatable thing in the woods. So if you're planting something and it's no more palatable than any of the browse or anything around, why would the deer eat it? It'd just be last resort. So that whole idea of the food plot is to be the most palatable thing out there so the deer will eat it. With palatability becomes, you know, pH level in the soil, fertility, micronutrients, what you're planting at certain times of year, all boils down to when it's palatable, or if it's going to be palatable. You have to correct those things to make it the most palatable that it can possibly be. Another failure when it comes to food plots is when people only plant brassicas. Again, at the Great American Outdoor Show, we talked to dozens and dozens of people about food plots, and for some reason people just plant brassicas. Well, if you just plant brassica, you know, think about it, when a deer takes a bite of that leaf, brassicas are very high in tonnage, but when a deer takes a bite of that leaf don't grow back out. That brassica's job is not to create a seed head, so it's not going to continue to grow. So you have to mix in other things with that. You know, yes, you can still plant brassicas, but mix some other cereal grains or something in there. You know, plant some clovers, plant some winter wheat, plant some oats, something that if a deer takes a bite, it continues to grow and can keep up with the tonnage. And another thing really is, should you plant a food plot? Well, there's a lot of reasons you should, and there's a lot of reasons you shouldn't. So it really depends on your goals. If you're trying to, if you have a big piece of property where you have lots of fields and areas that have a bunch of sunlight, and you're trying to increase the amount of deer on your property, the health of the herd and everything like that, and as long as the food plot makes sense, which comes back to getting in and out of the food plot, then yeah, you should plant a food plot. But for year-round food source. But if you're just wanting to hunt over that food plot, you really don't care about providing the deer for a year-round food source, then just plant a fall plot. Go in there with some brassicas, some winter wheat like we just mentioned, some oats. But if you just plant straight brassicas, you're going to be hugely disappointed, because the deer are just going to mow it down to the ground, and then there's going to be nothing left. Yeah, you'll have the bulbs, but as far as the green tonnage goes, it's going to be gone because it doesn't grow back. So hopefully these tips helped you guys. Over the next few weeks, we're going to be working on some liming some food plots. Also, last week's video, we went over a bunch of soil samples that we collected, actually a few weeks ago, but we went over that. We actually got the results back, so in a future video here in the next few weeks, I'm going to be sharing the results with you guys and explain to you exactly what happened with the food plots and what we're going to do to fix that. So if you guys enjoyed the video, smash the thumbs up button, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you guys are new. Until next time, guys, see ya.